Does your furry friend take over your bed every night? It's time to reclaim your space while giving them the comfort they deserve with the coldest, cozy dog bed. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description to buy now on Amazon.
Keir Starmer waded into the row over Joe Biden's fitness to run for re-election today as he denied the president is senile. The PM insisted Mr. Biden had been on really good form and mentally agile during their hour-long chat in the White House last night. The comments, in a round of interviews with broadcasters in Washington this afternoon, came with controversy raging over Mr. Biden's age. Even some Democrats have been urging the 81-year-old not to run again after a disastrous TV debate against Mr. Trump. Downing Street has posted a behind-the-scenes video of Sir Keir chatting with Mr. Biden face-to-face for the first time at the NATO summit. The U.S. Commander-in-Chief described the UK as the transatlantic not binding the two continents, backing Sir Keir's Brexit renegotiation by suggesting Britain should be closer to Europe. At one point Mr. Biden, who is facing questions over whether he is too old to stand for another term, slowly extended his hand towards Sir Keir. But he had to prompt the Premier to take it, saying, "Gimme your hand, pal." Sir Keir told reporters earlier that Labour's manifesto plan to force members of the House of Lords to retire at 80 did not imply other octogenarian politicians such as Mr. Biden should quit. Asked by the BBC if Mr. Biden was senile, Sir Keir replied, "No, we had a really good bilateral yesterday. We were billed for 45 minutes. We went on for the best part of an hour. We went through a huge number of issues." At pace, he was actually on really good form. Pressed whether the president was mentally agile, the PM replied, "Absolutely across all the detail. We were going at pace through a number of issues, which was really important to me, because obviously, it was my first opportunity to have a bilateral like that." And he showed incredible leadership. Sir Keir was asked whether it was unfair that long-term supporters such as Hollywood star George Clooney were suggesting Mr. Biden is not up to it. "Well, I'm giving you my readout of the meeting. As I say, we've covered a lot of ground, strategic ground, international stuff, and not just Ukraine." He was on good form. And, of course, various interventions yesterday. We went straight from that to the dinner that he hosted. At the start of their meeting, Mr. Biden said, "I kind of see you guys as the knot tying the transatlantic alliance together, the closer you are with Europe. We know where you are, you know where we are." Sir Keir told the president, "The special relationship is so important. It's forged in difficult circumstances, endured for so long, and stronger now than ever. I'm very pleased to be able to come so early in government to recommit to NATO, to recommit to the special relationship and to discuss these affairs with you." Boris Johnson has been among those warning that Labour will water down the terms agreed with the EU. A UK government spokesman said Mr. Biden and Sir Keir agreed we must continue to do whatever it takes to support Ukraine and ensure aggressors like Putin do not win. The spokesman added, "The president welcomed the Prime Minister's recent comments on establishing closer relationships with our European counterparts, as well as the UK's commitment to AUKUS." Speaking before the talks, Sir Keir tried to dodge questions about Mr. Biden's age. "In terms of the age in the House of Lords, the simple fact is that our House of Lords is massive," he said. "It's the second biggest political chamber in the world. I think it's only the Chinese who have a bigger political chamber than our House of Lords. We have to reduce it. That is the primary driver of the retirement at 80. You can see why that needs to be done. We've got 800+ members of the House of Lords, it's simply too big. We need to reduce it. So it doesn't reflect on how other elected representatives are chosen in other countries, it's to do with the size of the House of Lords." Mr. Biden is facing calls from some Democrats to step aside. He has vowed to fight on, but commentators have warned his performance at the NATO summit could decide his fate. The meeting came as Sir Keir prepared to urge NATO allies to support Ukraine for as long as it takes, as he confirmed the UK's own £3 billion a year military aid for Kyiv will continue. The PM, who met Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky in the margins of the NATO summit in Washington,